Hey everybody, this is Captain Kyle at RetroCon 2018 with Pixel Dan, and we're going to talk about toys.
Oh yeah.
So how are you enjoying this con?
Oh, I'm loving it. This is a great show. A lot of wonderful people here, but there's so much amazing stuff out on that show floor. So many great toys. It's kind of overwhelming, but I just love seeing all the amazing stuff that everybody's got on display out there.
I agree, and it's affecting my wallet.
Oh, me too. It's hard not to just like spend every bit of money I have in my pocket. You gotta have a little bit of restraint, right?
But it's hard. It's so hard.
Yes.
So for those who aren't familiar with your channel, tell everybody about what you exactly do.
Sure. So I run a channel, Pixel Dan, on YouTube, where essentially I do toy reviews, I do toy history videos, and I do interviews and commentary on the toy industry and report from places like New York Toy Fair. So just kind of cover the whole world of toys on my channel. We have a lot of fun there.
So how did you decide to make a channel about toys? What was your inspiration?
Oh, so I've been at this for 10 years now, which is pretty crazy to think about. But back then, there wasn't a lot of this kind of stuff on YouTube. YouTube was still very new. And at the time, there was the big boom with guys like James over here, the Angry Video Game Nerd, had just kind of broke onto the scene. And there was a lot of retro gaming videos as a result. And I was really enjoying watching that stuff. And it kind of inspired me and got me thinking, since I'm a big toy fan, a big toy collector, maybe I can do something like this too. So it's kind of one of those things where I just decided to turn on a camera. It was just like an old camcorder that I had, and I decided to kind of talk about some of my He-Man action figures that were in my personal collection because I was always a big fan of them, and I threw them up online, and people started watching them, and I was kind of blown away by it, and I started having more and more fun with it, and it just kind of turned into this whole thing. Like, I never would have thought that it would bring me to where I am today, but it was amazing. It was just kind of like this big spiraling effect, right? A snowball effect, because I started talking about toys that I had in my collection. Then I decided to start reviewing new toys as I was buying them. Then Mattel reached out to me, and that's where I kind of got my relationship with Mattel and started working on review product with them. And then it just kind of led to me coming to conventions and doing interviews, and then the whole thing just took off from there. So it was amazing.
Awesome. The story that all YouTubers want to have as their own.
Yes, exactly. I was going to say it's been a lot of work though, and I always tell people, like, if you're going to do it, you got to put in the time and the effort and be passionate about it, because that really matters. It really makes a difference.
Would you say that there's still room on YouTube for other people to talk about toys, to talk about video games, to talk about things like that?
I definitely think there is room. Now, I will say it's a lot harder these days because I was lucky enough, I guess, to start at a time when there wasn't a lot of it out there, and I've been around ever since. Now, everybody's got access to phones with their cameras with their phones and stuff. So it's real easy to get videos on YouTube now. There's a lot more people on YouTube, so it's easy to get lost in the shuffle. But I always tell people, like, if you want to stick with it, put in the work. Be passionate about it, show your enthusiasm in your videos, and just keep trying and throwing things out there and seeing what works. People are going to pay attention if they can tell that you're genuine and that you really enjoy what you're talking about. I think that makes all the difference in the world. And if people are having fun watching your videos, they're going to want to watch more, and that's going to lead to you getting more and more viewers. So it just takes that work, takes that passion.
That is awesome. Words to live by for any YouTuber or actually anything in your life.
Anything in life, you're totally right. You can apply that to anything in your life. It's the same thing.
All right, 3 quick weird questions. We just listened to a karaoke contest.
Oh, nice.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh my gosh, probably, it's just going to be so cliche, but I totally love rocking Don't Stop Believin' by Journey.
It's a good one to rock.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a go-to, and of course I always bring my wife into it, and she's super shy and hates singing, but you always got to rope her in and try to get her to sing with you. It's fun. It's all in fun.
Awesome. Now, when you were younger and trying to get toys that you're so passionate about, how did you make like extra money so that you could buy toys?
So when I was a kid, I got like a weekly allowance of like $5, right? That was my weekly allowance. And I got that for usually doing like chores around the house or babysitting my younger siblings, but I always look forward to every Friday because every Friday I got my $5 paycheck and immediately was like, all right, let's go to Toys R Us. I got to go buy an X-Men figure, or I got to go buy, you know what I mean? Like every week I got that $5 bill and immediately bought an action figure with it because I could buy an action figure for less than $5 back then.
I remember.
Yeah. so that was like seriously, like I was all about helping, watching my younger brother and sister and stuff like that because I wanted money to go buy new toys.
Watch your siblings out of greed.
That's right. That's right. You want some new toys? Babysit for your parents.
Bribes, yes.
Exactly.
And finally, is there a holy grail of toys that you would really like to have? Something that you've heard of, never seen, but would really want to have?
Oh boy, this is tough. So I guess I'm a big collector of Masters of the Universe, and I've been lucky to pick up some of my Grail or White Whale items recently with some of the rarer stuff, like the Giants that only came out over in Italy and everything like that. I guess at this point, my Holy Grail pieces are like some of the really rare foreign stuff that came out for that line, specifically Mosquitor, who's my favorite character from the Masters of the Universe line, but there was a version released down in Argentina where his blood, he's got like liquid blood in his chest, if you've never seen him before, but the version from Argentina's got black blood instead of red blood. He's super rare, he's super obscure, he goes for thousands upon thousands of dollars when he shows up, but since that's like my favorite character, it's like I want this mythical variant so bad in my collection. You have no idea. I don't know if I'll ever get it, but he's the one I'm always like reaching for.
I totally get it because there's a lot of, I'm a big Transformer fan. There's some Transformers that they've made in Japan that they made 5 of, and I'll probably never see them. But
yeah, exactly. I know some of that stuff. It's like you just got to live through the pictures, the small pictures that you see online and stuff like that.
So anything before we wrap up that you want to say to all your followers?
Well, I just want to thank everybody for the support. If you know me already, thank you for watching. It means a lot. If you've never seen me before, check it out. You might have some fun. I think that toys in general should be something that's fun and exciting, and that's kind of what I try to put out in all of my videos. I make it fun. I make it exciting because this is what toys are made for. They're made for having fun. So hopefully you can check out my videos and have a little bit of fun with me.
Awesome, and you can find a link to his channel down in the description. Thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And everyone, thanks for watching, and as always, have fun and follow your fandom.
Thank you for watching this video. I am Invader Zim, and I traffic in doom. And so, if you do not subscribe to this channel, you will have doom that befalls you by me, Invader Zim.